What is going on, guys? This is Miasin. So I realized I've never made a single Grand Majo video in my entire life, which is a little sad and pathetic, considering that, I'm an OTK player myself. I love Cyber Dragons. But this deck, if anything, unfortunately, it's sad to say, I do believe that it is a better OTK deck than Cyber Dragon. It's super consistent, and there's infinite ways of OTKing. It's not like you just have to rely solely on Grand Majo. That's just like a bonus. But yeah, you got like all kinds of ways to kill your opponent with like 2 monsters. It is kind of ridiculous. It kind of reminds me of like the Utopia double monster, where like you had a 10,000 attack monster that just kills your opponent in one shot. This deck can pretty much do the exact same thing. Anyways, before we proceed, I would really appreciate if you could smash the like and subscribe button. Thank you so much. You are the best. And now let's get right into it. Alright, so combo number 1, obviously I'm just assuming that I'm going second against like an empty board, which is very realistic, obviously. Your opponents are never going to have a board, and even if they do, I'm playing billions of board breakers. You really think that their board actually will scare me? Of course not. But yeah, one really cool thing that I love about the Bridge of Salvation package, you can play 3 copies of that and then 1 of the Crystal Beast Rainbow Dragon. It's a level 8 monster. This is relevant, the fact that it's level 8. Search that as well as any field spell from your deck. There are 2 field spells that this deck plays. One of them is Golden Castle of Stromberg. It allows you to special summon any monster that mentions it from the deck, but then you can't normal summon that turn. You're gonna have to give up on Grand Majo OTK if you do that, but you can still, again, kill your opponent with other means. And there is another field spell that will showcase in the next combo that is also very interesting. Anyway, Sarcophagus is going to be foolishing your Horus monsters. You play all 4 of them, so you can foolish all kinds of cards, and you can make like double rank 8 and have another level 8 monster on the board, or you can make like triple rank 8 sometimes. It is kind of ridiculous. So yeah, we can go for the big boy Photon Dragon monster, Neo Galaxy Ice Prime Photon. So you detach one material and it can attack up to 3 times on monsters this turn. So this could be like a maximum of 12,000 damage. And then the Hex Shoot, pretty much the same effect. You can destroy a monster and then, destroy a card. And then it can make up to 2 attacks on monsters during each battle phase this turn. And it also gains attack and stuff like that. So this will inflict a lot of damage. And the Photon Lord protects you from Nibiru. So yeah, it's very easy to have this kind of setup. And it can quickly OTK your opponent through like a really big board. Alright, so in this combo right here, I have, a full hand. I have Trade-in, Danger Thunderbird, Bridge of Salvation, Desires, and Trade-in. And we're gonna play it out, so trade and discard the Thunderbird. I draw Foolish Goods and another bridge. So I'm gonna Foolish the 3rd bridge and then search my deck for the Crystal Beast monster and this card right here, which is Walls of the Imperial Tomb. So it is always treated as the Sarcophagus in the field zone. And then during your main phase, you can search your deck for any Horus monster from your deck and then place 1 card from the hand on the bottom of the deck. And then if you use the effect of the Horus Black Flame Deity, which is garbage, you can draw 1 card, but who cares? That card sucks. Anyways, you now activate the field spell, and then you're going to be searching for the Imseti by placing back a monster, any card from the hand into the deck. There are a lot of like actual garnets, so this is a good effect sometimes. And then Imseti, discard the bridge, and then search the Sarcophagus and draw 1 card. Then we can use our trade-in to discard the Crystal Beast Rainbow Dragon. Again, it's a level 8 monster, so that's a free draw too in a way. Kind of, not really, but in a way. And then Sarcophagus will be reviving back a bunch of Horus monsters after we discard. There we go. Even though we don't even have to control this Sarcophagus to summon back our monsters, because the field spell is also always treated as the Sarcophagus, exactly like I said approximately 5 seconds ago. Or maybe not 5 seconds, but close enough. Anyways, Desires, draw 2, and then Sarcophagus again, Foolish 4. This is like one of the only decks that can actually, it can afford the luxury of foolishing 4 times. Because, you're actually playing like a Horus deck in a way. But yeah, summon Photon Lord on summon number 3, so Nibiru does nothing. And then summon back our 2 monsters. And we also have Grand Majo. And there's another level 8 monster that can drastically increase the attack of Grand Majo, which is Gizmek Orochi. So yeah, you can banish a bunch of cards with Desires and Gizmek. And this could easily be a 1-punch OTK. And there's also another card that can OTK your opponent that is a rank 8 monster. Actually, I lied. You're summoning Draglubion, and then you're summoning Numeral Dragon, which has 9,000 attack, and then you're killing your opponent. There we go. Anyways, that's it for the combos. It's nothing like too crazy. You're really just summoning big monsters, and then you're killing your opponent. That's obviously beautiful, but it's not going to be as beautiful as the deck profile. Alrighty, so for the deck list, I am playing the maximum amount of Horus cards without realistically breaking, so 3 Imseti, that makes sense. And then 1 Kibesinueth, 1 Happy, and 1 Duamutef. I really don't recommend playing any more of 1 copy of each of these cards because they do nothing in your hand. Triple Sarcophagus, I mean, it's a good card, so why not? Only 2 of the other Sarcophagus, which is Walls of the Imperial Tomb again. It's so easy to search this card that playing 3 copies of it would just make your hands like super bricky. So yeah, it's just not really worth it. I mean, Foolish Burial Goods is better than a Terraforming because you're sending the Rainbow Bridge, and then you're searching this or this, and the Crystal Beast monster. If you happen to draw the Crystal Beast monster, then you can place it back on the bottom of the deck with the field spell, and then you can still resolve your Rainbow Bridge of Salvation. This is a once per duel effect, and drawing this card is just as good as drawing Foolish Goods, because then it can be your discard fodder for either a Danger Bigfoot or Thunderbird, or the Sarcophagus itself, or the Imseti. So yeah, this card is usually decent to draw. It's pretty nice. Anyway, speaking of which, 3 Foolish Goods as well as obviously 3 Rainbow Bridge of Salvation, 3 Lava Golem for going second, and 3 Grid Maju for obviously going second, because this deck is a going second OTK deck. Kind of makes sense, huh? I wonder if you're trying to go first with this deck. No. But actually, even if you are going first, you can still put up some actual boards. Like, you can make 3 interruptions, like, no jokes. Like, you're making a bunch of rank 8s, you can make like a, I mean, an SP is not really worth it because you're usually using like 2 of your own monsters that are gonna be like level 8, so it's not better than any rank 8 that you can make. But yeah, Photon Lore plus Harbinger, that's a decent board. Or I guess you can go busking, or you can actually try to go for a zombie vampire and test out your luck, because that could be a way you can go into Grand Maju going second. We never know, maybe you're going to be summoning something from your opponent's graveyard. There's a bunch of options out there. Anyways, the Golden Castle of Stromberg engine, so 1 Glyph. This card can search the Golden Castle, and it can also be summoned off of it. And on normal or special summon, you can destroy any card in your opponent's spell and trap zone. Only opponent's spell and trap zone, not like the field spell, so yeah, keep that in mind. And then Hextrude, again, can destroy like any card. It's pretty good. And Golden Castle Stromberg does have synergy with Grand Maju. First of all, it's like a permanent mirror force in a way, and every single one of your standby phases, you must banish 10 cards from the top of your deck. So yeah, every single turn, Grand Maju will increase its attack by 4,000, which is kind of nice. You have this, which is again very easy to search, Gizmek, as well as Desires. And again, Grand Maju can technically be fetched out with Zombie Vampire if the RNGesus is on your side. But yeah, 3 Gizmek, obviously, then 3 Trade-in. And that's about it for the main deck. It's very simple. You could like give this to like a new player, and I think that player will understand how to play this deck pretty quickly. For the extra deck, this is where it gets really complicated because this extra deck is very toolboxy. You have the privilege of playing with rank 8s, which are some of the best cards that you can play in the extra deck. So 1 Zeus, 1 Typhon, 1 Galaxy Eyes Full Armor Photon Dragon, 1 Galaxy Eyes Prime Photon Dragon, so you can go into this and then climb into the full armor Photon and then destroy a card your opponent controls, so that's pretty cool. And you can also go into 4 Material Zeuses very easily. Yeah, Neo Galaxy Eyes Prime Photon Dragon is another monster that you can summon on top of Galaxy Eyes Prime Photon, and I showcased like a combo with it, obviously at the start of the battle phase you detach one material, and it can make up to 3 attacks on monsters, very specifically on monsters, not just like overall. But if it has like Galaxy Eyes Photon Dragon as a material, it becomes like completely cracked. But obviously you don't play that card, so this will never come up. 1 Draglobion, the goal of this card is to summon the New Round Dragon if you're going second. Or going first, you can summon either Harbinger or Heart Earth Dragon, which is pretty insane against Labyrinth if you happen to play against that deck. But I do not have Heart Earth Dragon anywhere in the deck list, so maybe if you want to, you can cut the SP because it's one of the only cards, ironically, that you're almost never summoning. The number 1 Infection Busking, this came out in Maze of Millennia. It actually has a very nice effect. So on the summon, you can look at your opponent's extra deck and then rip a card and then send it to the graveyard, detach 1 material, and then just target 1 card your opponent controls destroyed. But if it's a monster, you also burn your opponent for half the attack. So it can make OTKs even easier to do, because you're also clearing the board and you're inflicting damage. Anyways, Harbinger, Coach King, Giant Trainer, this is the going first place so that you can draw into your floodgates. Because if someone forces you to go first, you have to have like a game plan. So that's the reason why there is a lot of potentially going first cards. This deck is already well geared up to go second. The Ingirsu, really good board breaker because on summon you can send any card your opponent controls to the graveyard, doesn't target, doesn't destroy. This is what we like to see. Sanafond, if you're going first against like fire decks, to use this, and then your opponent's Flamberge cannot trigger, the Kirin can't really trigger, it can still summon from the hand, Arvada cannot trigger, you are shutting down a lot of things with Sanafond. Very, very good card, and also the Charmer monsters are useless. It's just like an overall really good floodgate, and it's kind of like Gravekeeper's Inscription. You use it on your own turn, and then it applies until the end of your opponent's next turn. So yeah, it lingers for a while, and there is nothing your opponent can do about it. If your opponent didn't have the Veiler for this card will resolve, and it will have its impact. Anyways, New Round Dragon, this boy can have 9,000 attacks, so it's a one-punch OTK, just like Grand Maju. And then the Zombie Vampire, so that, again, you can mail Grand Maju and then skillfully special summon it back. And finally, Galaxy Eyes Photon Lore to negate monster effects so that you can safely OTK under Nibiru. And SP Little Knight, so that's it for the extra deck. And for the side deck, we are on 2 Dino Wrestler Bankruptops. It really fits the theme of the deck of just special summoning beefy monsters, destroying things and trading really well. 3 copies of Triple Tactic Talent so that you can keep drawing and keep breaking boards, because the draw power is insane. You're also playing Danger Monsters, Desires, Imseti can draw a card. Trade-in, yeah, the list goes on. Anyways, Cosmic Cyclone, again, going first and second, it's a good card. Rumpel Toyfell, or the Black Goat Laughs. It's a trap card that you can send with Foolish Burial Goods in order to just have like a decent floodgate if you're going first. So it's just a one-of that you can always have access to. And then 3 Skill Drain because your monsters are gigantic. You might even want to potentially consider main decking this card, it depends. And finally, 3 Solemn Judgment because, again, going first, it's a good card. So yeah, that's it for this video, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And let me know your thoughts about Grand Maju in the comment section below. And I'll see you guys very soon. Peace.